Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Toku Portal podcast. I am Ryan. With me is
Drago.
welcome to Power Rangers Beast Morphers, episode 16. We have an episode about Ravi for us today. Uh, when everyone else is out of the lab at night, they're on their way home. Ravi sneaks into the lab to do some painting of his comatose girlfriend.
Yeah. I don't know whether this is sweet or creepy, but yeah.
And the whole time he's saying, I haven't told anyone that I paint except for you. Dude, Blaze is right behind you. Don't just ignore the other comatose person in the room.
I mean, yeah, because nobody likes Blaze.
Uh, well, he has nothing going for him, really.
Yeah, I hope next season he does.
So, Ravi is surprised when Smash walks in, his B-spot, who wanted to keep Rav company. Ravi panics, deactivates Smash, and tries to reprogram him to erase the last few minutes of his memory, and then reactivate him. And tell Smash, oh, you probably just had a long day, why don't you do something fun? So Smash takes up painting. Painting the desk in the lab, painting a mural in the park where he's not allowed to be painting. Ben and Betty try to spray it off with a fire hose, but neither of them have held a fire hose before, and they get knocked onto their asses, fall down a hill, and into the lake.
The antics continues.
Uh, they call it in to the commander because Ravi's not supposed to leave the base. She sends in the Rangers, and before they can actually do anything, Blaze attacks with a Robotron for some reason. I'm not really sure what his plan was here.
I think this is supposed to be okay. We are just gonna beat the Rangers. You know what I think? I think it's like in between every episode, Blaze and Roxy do send Robotrons and stuff, but it is just that the events over there are not important, so they didn't show it.
Ah, they do try to kidnap Smash, so maybe they saw he was vulnerable and tried going for him, so that the Rangers wouldn't be able to form the Megazord. But then the Rangers showed up before they actually attacked.
Yeah, I think that might be the case.
Uh, yeah, they tried kidnapping Smash, but Devin and Ravi stopped them. Uh, Ravi takes Smash somewhere else while they wait for transport to come and bring Smash back to the base. And Smash actually helps out in the fight and protects Ravi from the wind blast from the Robotron. Because it's like a jet engine or something.
It's nice to see a Beast Bot doing because how I compared to Japanese Go Busters, they are lot less. There's a lot less focus on them. I mean, it can be a blessing because it doesn't take away a lot of time by focusing on them, but it also can be a curse because the focus on them is so little that it feels so little because of I think the weekly structure of the episode that you don't realize they are there sometimes. But it's
Right.
nice to see the Beast Bot being focused on again.
In Go Busters, they were used very frequently and were a big part of the show, but here, they're just kind of secondary characters. They're like, hey, they operate the Zords. Alright.
Mm. But you know, one of the funniest lines I think I heard in this episode was Vincent Van Gogh.
Oh, Sorry about that. Uh, yeah, Vincent Van
Uh,
Gorilla.
I burst out laughing when that I heard that. It was really clever.
So Ravi defeats the Robotron, I think, and they all head back to the lab. Meanwhile, Scrozzle has finished the implementing the data chips into an upgrade tool that he is like getting giddy over watching Blaze and Roxy like fight over it. When, surprise, Vargoyle shows up. And he is not who we were speculating he would be.
Yeah, it was a surprise. They are using one of the regular. I think the gun. I forgot his name. The gun droid. I think his name was to actually act as Vargoyle, but like show him as a lot of a threat. And yeah, and he seems stuff like a fun villain.
He's also voiced by the same person as Steel.
Yeah, the fight between him and Steel was like hearing the when I figured out that they were voiced the same people later on, and I was kind of surprised, and it really made sense for him and Steel to fight, kind of like how Steel is a creation of Nate,
Right.
and Vargo is a creation of the villain Snake's cross.
Uh, yeah, he's his Go Busters counterpart is called Dangan Lloyd.
Yeah,
Uh, so Vargoyle finally found Scrozzle again, and he wants his Fury crystals back. Oops, all gone. And then Blaze and Roxy show up. It was them. And so Vargoyle just starts kicking their asses until Evox yells at him to stop. And then offers to have him join their group. And even promises him the data chip upgrade if he proves himself. And Blaze and Roxy are not happy about the idea of
this was
losing that upgrade.
okay.
Go on.
This was kind of surprising because I didn't expect Vargoyle to show up, let alone take the data chip.
Sorry. Yeah, like from him showing up to just his entire interaction with Evox was incredibly unexpected, and I just love how it plays out.
Yeah, and especially his like in when he's fighting the Rangers as well. Like he really fought what do you call it? Like he really fought sparingly, like trying to thin the numbers through by distracting them and then taking out one Ranger at a time. Strategy was really great in this episode.
Yeah. So, meanwhile, at the lab, the commander wants to know why Smash is suddenly painting. Because painting is a waste of time for someone who works at what the fuck is their company called?
Great Battle Force.
Grid Battle Force. Thank you. Uh, Basically, she feels like it's a waste of time when you're an effective military protecting the city. Which is why Ravi was hiding his painting. The real reason he didn't want to upset his mother by having a useless hobby. I don't see how painting is a waste of time. I'm going to be honest here.
I mean, I really don't see it either. But the thing is, like some people, maybe she had their like story behind that. But again, I
like
think it's just that
what?
okay.
Well, like I understand, like she wants them to always be like battle ready, because an attack could happen at any time. But this is a very stressful job, and so they need some sort of outlet to relax. And painting is a very harmless outlet that can, like, he can just stop in the middle of painting something if there's an attack.
Pretty much.
Uh,
I mean, she also had issues with Ravi playing tuba again. So I think it's just that she doesn't want them to have any form of leisure that's a hobby, but rather only focus on work instead.
that is a poor mentality. And
Yeah, and okay,
I was gonna say,
I think this is
especially in
gonna
a
play.
job this stressful.
Mm, yeah, I think this might, what do you call it? Be this might be a storyline that is gonna continue throughout this 2 seasons, and maybe we can see Ravi's mom change her mind later on about the whole dating thing and and the hobby thing. But yeah, it does paint a picture of the commander as like a very strict person who really doesn't want anything to distract from the mission, whether it be hobby or not.
Uh, so Ravi confesses to the others when the commander isn't there that, like, hey, I'm the one who messed with Smash. This is why, and they're like, okay, yeah, we understand what's going on now. Uh, and that's when I had that realization of, like, man, all these Rangers are breaking the rules in secret at this point. Like, what's gonna happen next? What's Devin gonna do?
I don't know.
Like, you
Just
got
one thing that there is a rule that I don't think there is like another rule that Devon can could. Oh wait, you know what?
what?
I think Devon might reveal his secret identity to his father.
Ooh, yeah, there you go. Uh,
Yeah,
and then Steel will be the one who followed all the rules, and thus making him the ideal Ranger.
pretty much.
Uh, or a model Ranger, rather. Uh, so, uh, Vargoyle, I kept almost calling him Scrozzle like 3 times. Vargoyle goes and causes a disturbance to get the Ranger's attention. Nate stays behind to fix Smash. Uh, Vargoyle pretends to, like, be weak and timid. Meanwhile, he's actually, like, putting up a fight against the Rangers in just a defensive way. Uh, Scrozo sends in a Gigadrone, so Devin goes to take care of it by himself. Uh, but, jet engine or whatever, so it can fly. So Zoe leaves to go fly in it with her helicopter, but the wind is too strong, she can't get close. Smash gets fixed up, so Ravi goes to leave to give Devin a boost, leaving just Steel versus Vargoyle. And in a one-on-one fight, Vargoyle drops the charade and actually fights back, doing so much as to knock Steel out of his transformation.
Uh, in at least one thing that I think that it one thing that works is because in this season villains have been so easy to take out. Like a couple of blasts and they're done. Like a concentrated blast and they're done.
Uh-huh.
That whenever a villain actually is strong and then can beat the Rangers really, like, can fight the Rangers really well, you just get to feel the impact of that, which makes the fights a lot more, like, there's that much tension built up in the fight, so that and also we barely get to see the Ranger de-transform, like de-transform, and so whenever it happens, it just feels a lot more powerful esque, you know.
It feels like the situation is actually serious when your opponent can actually take you out.
Yeah,
Uh, they defeat the Gigadrone, and but not before it took a ton of Morphex. Like, it pretty much emptied another tower. The villains are set for a while to keep doing this again, considering how much their last raid got them. Drago. Uh, before Vargo can finish Steel off, Nate does finally join the fight and comes and bails Steel out. And Vargo decides that that's enough for now and heads back to the cyber dimension, where Evox is incredibly pleased with his results. Ah, okay, Drago's just a little busy right now. Uh,
okay, I'm here.
okay. Uh, so Evox stays true to his promise and rewards Vargoyle with the data chip upgrade. Scrozzle just gives him the warning of like, hey, it runs on more effects, so it can drain out. And Blaze and Roxy begin their team up plan to take care of Vargoyle. Also, Blaze has the audacity to make the comment of, we do all the work and he gets all the reward. Like, dude, Roxy got all those data chips. You have done
Yeah,
nothing.
Blaze has done nothing. uh,
Oh.
Seriously, like everything else is really going well, and Blaze had the audacity to cost that he got all the data chips. It was one funny, but it too. I just kind of was felt bad. Like I really wanted Roxy to get the data chip. Like she has been such a great villain,
She's
but
actually
the
earned them.
yeah, and Vargoyle actually, getting the what do you call it? Power getting the data chip was kind of unexpected, and I really want to see where this goes. I hope those data chips eventually fall into the hands of Roxy, but let's see how it goes.
Uh, and then finally, back at the park, the Rangers are all cleaning up the mural that Smash painted. Ravi apologizes to Smash for erasing his memory, and Smash says that he's known about Ravi painting for like 3 months now, and he knew his mother would be upset, which is why he's kept it a secret. Ravi realizes that he should trust Smash more and gives him a hug. And then Ben and Betty spill paint all over themselves. The end. No, not
Yeah,
paint,
the
just
Ravi
water.
giving Smash a hug was yeah. Okay, Ravi giving Smash a hug was really sweet because it was built up from episode 2, where Ravi said, "I don't do hugs."
Huh. I guess that's why Smash said, you've never hugged me before.
Yeah, and that was and yeah, that was really what do you call it? Oh shit!
Uh, I'm glad that Ravi was able to come out of his shell a little bit and can admit to the others that he likes to paint as a hobby. Uh, and I do like that him keeping it a secret wasn't because he was ashamed or embarrassed of it, but He was just afraid that there would be repercussions to being open about it because his mom thinks that's a useless hobby. So like, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Uh, so Ravi is actually like a pretty open character. He just feels restricted for because of his position as a ranger.
And his position as a child of the person who's running the ranger program.
Any other thoughts on this episode?
Uh, okay, I think like it was like everybody else was really likable in this season except Ravi, like at the beginning because and I think he has come around. He has grown a lot over the season. Even I mean, it can't it doesn't have to be like a huge character development, but from what he has grown as a person in this season, it really he really became one. He's really one of my favorite characters in this show. Um, Steel is the best, Nate is second, and Ravi is third for me right now, and Roxy as well.
Well,
Like I love this four.
yeah, the cast this season is pretty solid, especially Steel. Thanks for joining us tonight, everybody. We'll be back on Tuesday for more Ryu Soldier. And Wednesday will be the start of the new era of Rider. It will be Kamen Rider 01. And then next Thursday for more Beast Morphers. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you next time.
Bye bye.